Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back. I am Mrs. Sitara, your social science teacher. We were discussing chapter 1 in history, sources of medieval India. This is the part 4th video in that series. Before we go into the details of today's session, let us have a recap of what we have already learnt. We studied in the previous videos regarding the sources of medieval India. What are the two sources? There are two sources, the primary sources and the secondary sources. In primary sources, we studied about the inscriptions, the monuments and coins. In the secondary sources, we learned about the religious and secular literature. The second among the secondary sources are books, biographies and autobiographies. The third one is travelers and travelogues. The literature was classified into religious literature and secular literature. And my dear children, today's class we are going to learn about the various books that gave insight to the medieval period. Dear children, unlike the previous classes which was easy for you, this video session, the words are a bit difficult. When you listen to it, very attentively you listen and you pause the video and hear it 1 or 2 times so that you take it into your mind. The first book we are going to learn about is Tabaqat-i-Nazri. The book is Tabaqat-i-Nazri and it was written by Minhaj-us-Siraj. Minhaj-us-Siraj wrote Tabaqat-i-Nazri and it was named after a king or a sultan named Nazaruddin Mahmud. I repeat children, the book name is Tabaqat-i-Nazri, written by Minhaj-us-Siraj about a sultan Nazaruddin Mahmud. Now let us learn the spelling. Tabaqat, T-A-B-A-K-A-T, Tabaqat, I-N-A-S-I-R-I, Tabaqat-i-Nazri. Now the word meaning of Tabaqat is an Arabic word and it means generations or centuries. The author of the book is Minhaj-us-Siraj. Learn the spelling. M-I-N-H-A-J, Minhaj, M-I-N-H-A-J-U-S, S-I-R-A-J, Minhaj-us-Siraj. Now let us read from the book. Minhaj-us-Siraj, patronized by Sultan Nazaruddin Mahmud of Slave dynasty, wrote Tabaqat-i-Nazri. The compendium deals with the period from the conquest of Muhammad Ghori, that is AD 1175 to AD 1260. The compendium was named after his patron. This para is a little bit difficult for you. A few words are there. First I'll explain the words. First one is patron or patronized. Patron is a person who gives support financially and takes care of another person. So, Minhaj-us-Siraj was supported by the Sultan Nazaruddin Mahmud. Understood children? So, Minhaj-us-Siraj was patronized by Sultan Nazaruddin Mahmud of Slave dynasty, wrote Tabaqat-i-Nazri. The next word, difficult word in the para is compendium. Spell it out, C-O-M-P-E-N-D-I-U-M, compendium. Once again, C-O-M-P-E-N-D-I-U-M, Pendium. Compendium. Compendium is a collection of detailed explanation about a particular subject or a written work. Or we can also say compendium is a book which has a lot of events written in it. It is kind of a historical book. The next word is conquest. Conquest. What is the word? Conquest. Conquest. Conquest means taking up the control of a place or people by military force. That means using military, we attack a place or some people and take control of them. That is called as conquest. So this was written during the period of AD 1175 to AD 1260, that is 95 years. You know, a century is of 100 years. So that's why it is written as Tabakat-e-Nazri. Tabakat is an Arabic word and it means generations or it means century. So 95 years is approximately equal to 100, a century. So we say this book is called Tabakat-e-Nazri. And it deals with the period of the conquest of Muhammad Ghori. His conquest was described in that. And it is named after the Sultan who was a patron for Minhaj-us-Siraj, who is the author. So the book name is Tabakat-e-Nazri. Author is Minhaj-us-Siraj. The book was named after the patron of Minhaj-us-Siraj, the Sultan Nasruddin Mahmud, and he was from Slave dynasty. The next book we are going to learn is written in the 13th century and the book's name is Taj-ul-Ma'asir. What is the name of the book? Taj-ul-Ma'asir. And it was written by Hasan Nizami. It is considered as the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. What is the name of the book? Taj-ul-Ma'asir. Written by Hasan Nizami, and he was a migrant. It is considered as the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. Come children, now let us read through the book lines. In the 13th century, Hasan Nizami, a migrant from the Ghazni, wrote Taj-ul-Ma'asir towards the end of Iltutmish rule. So, who was a ruler at that time? It was Iltutmish. Okay, and who wrote the book? Hasan Nizami. We will read through. It provides information about Qutbuddin Aibak and is considered the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. Now there is a word which is difficult for you. It is migrant. M-I-G-R-A-N-T, migrant. And who is a migrant? A person who moves from place to place in search of shelter. What is the name of the book? It is Taj-ul-Ma'asir. We'll learn the spelling. T-A-J-U-L-M-A apostrophe A-S-I-R. Taj-ul-Ma'asir. Once more. T-A-J-U-L-M-A-A-S-I-R. Taj-ul-Ma'asir. What is that book? It is the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. Who wrote the book? It was written by Hasan Nizami. Spell Hasan, H-A-S-A-N. Hasan, N-I-Z-A-M-I. Hasan Nizami. Who was Hasan Nizami? He was a migrant from Ghazni. Who was Hasan Nizami? He was a migrant from Ghazni. He wrote the book Taj-ul-Ma'asir. It provided information about Qutbuddin Aibak. You know children, Qutbuddin Aibak was the general and he was in charge of the northern India Kurid territories. And after the death of Muhammad Ghori, he became the ruler of the independent kingdom which evolved into the Delhi Sultanate. So, dear children, what is the name of the book which gives the first official history of Delhi Sultanate? It is Taj-ul-Ma'azir. Who wrote the book? Correct, it was Hasan Nizami. Who was Hasan Nizami? He was a migrant from the Ghazni. And about whom you get information in his book about Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak was a ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. Dear children, now let us move to the third book. The book name is Tariq-e-Firozshahi. What is the name of the book? Tariq-e-Firozshahi. Who wrote the book? It was written by Zia-ud-Barani. Zia-ud-Barani. And who was Zia-ud-Barani? He was a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq. And it dealt the history of the Delhi Sultanate. Now, the word Tariq or Tahqiq are Arabic words meaning history. Come, let us read the book. Zia-ud-Barani, a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq, wrote Tariq-e-Firozshahi, in which he dealt with the history of Delhi Sultanate from Ghiyas-uddin Balban to the early years of the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Now let's learn the spelling of the book. It is Tariq-e-Firozshahi. T-A-R-I-K-H. Tariq. T-A-R-I-K-H-I-F-I-R-O-Z. Firoz. S-H-A-H-I. Shahi. Tariq-e-Firozshahi. Who wrote it? Zia-ud-Barani. Z-I-A-U-D-B-A-R-N-I. Zia-ud-Barani. A courtier is a person who attends a court as a companion or advisor to the king and the queen. So, Zia-ud-Barani was a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq. And he deals, and the book which he wrote, Tariq-e-Firozshahi, deals with the history of Delhi Sultanate from Ghiyas-uddin Balban to the early years of the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So it deals with the time period when of two kings, Ghiyas-uddin Balban as well as the early years of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. He attended the court of Muhammad Tughlaq and he gave advice to the King Tughlaq, and he wrote the book called as Tariq-e-Firozshahi, which dealt with the history of Sultanate. So tell me children, what is the name of the book? Tariq-e-Firozshahi. Who wrote Tariq-e-Firozshahi? Zia-ud-Barani. Who was Zia-ud-Barani? He was a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq. What is the meaning of Arabic word Tariq? It means history. Now let us move to the next book. The next book we are going to see is Tariq-i-Frishta. Tariq-i-Frishta. And it was written by Farishta. The book belongs to the 16th century. Now let us read through it. Farishta's Tariq-i-Frishta deals with the history of the rise of the Mughal power in India. Children, what is the name of the book? Tariq-i-Frishta. Who wrote it? It was written by Farishta. What does it deal with? It deals with the history of the rise of Mughal power in India. Now let us learn the spellings. The name of the book is Tariq, Tariq, I-F-R-I-S-H-T-A, Tariq-i-Frishta. The name, I repeat, Tariq, Tariq I. Frishta. Who wrote the book? It was written by Ferishta. 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 What does it deal with? It deals with the history of the rise of the Mughal power in India. It was written in the 16th century. Dear children, the first book we learnt was Tabakat-e-Nazri. Tabakat-e-Nazri, written by Minhaj-us-Siraj about Nazaruddin Mahmud. The next book we saw was Taj-ul-Ma'azir, written by Hasan Nizami, which is considered as the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. Then we saw Tariq I. Firozshahi. Tariq I. Firozshahi, written by Zia-ud-Barni, who was a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq. The fourth book was Tariq I. Frishta, written by Ferishta. It deals with the history of the rise of the Mughal power in India. Now we move on to the next topic, which is biographies and autobiographies. My dear children, biographies are a person's experiences of life events describing a person's life. An autobiography is a story of a person written by himself. The famous autobiographies are our father of nation Mahatma Gandhi's The Story of My Experiences with Truth, the missile man APJ Abdul Kalam's Wings of Fire, etc. We are going to learn about 3 books here of the 16th century. First book is Babur Nama, and second is Ain-i-Akbari. Third one is Akbar Nama. Babur Nama, Ain-i-Akbari and Akbar Nama. Now let us learn the spellings. Babur Nama, B-A-B-U-R, Babur, N-A-M-A, Nama, Babur Nama. Ain-i-Akbari, Ain, A-I-N-I, A-K-B-A-R-I, Ain-i-Akbari. Akbar Nama, A-K-B-A-R-N-A-M-A, Akbar Nama. Let's read through it. In the 16th century, Emperor Babur Nama and Abul Fazl's Ain-i-Akbari and Akbar Nama provided detailed information about these two emperors. So we get the details of Babur in Babur's Nama. It is a kind of autobiography. And Abdul Fazl's biography about Akbar, Ain-i-Akbari and Akbar Nama provided information about Akbar. You know, children, Abul Fazl was one of the important Navaratnas or Navaratans in the court of Akbar. That is, Navaratnas imply to a group of 9 extraordinary people in an emperor's court, and Abdul Fazl was an extraordinary man in Akbar's court. Dear children, Akbar is the grandson of Babur. Dear children, now we go to the 17th century book. Okay, the book name is Tazak-i-Jahangiri. Tazak-i-Jahangiri, and it is written by Jahangir. Now, what is the meaning of Tazak? T-U-S-K, Tazak. Tazak is a Persian word. It is a Persian word meaning autobiography. Tazak is a Persian word meaning autobiography. Tazak-i-Jahangiri, written by Jahangir. Okay, now we'll read. In the 17th century, Jahangir wrote his memoir, Tazak-i-Jahangiri, throwing a lot of light on the period. Tazak is a Persian word meaning autobiography. Now, one term is a little bit new to you. The term is memoir. Spell it out, M-E-M-O-I-R, memoir. M-E-M-O-I-R, memoir. It is an historical account or a biography written about another person who is having personal knowledge of that person. Okay, memoir is a historical account or a biography written by a person who is having personal knowledge about the other person. So who wrote the book Tazak-i-Jahangiri? It was written by Jahangir. Very good. So from these books we get information about the emperors of that time and their lifestyle and how the events had happened there. Next book we are going to see is Tabakat-i-Akbari. Tabakat-i-Akbari. You know already, children, what is the meaning of Tabakat? Tabakat is an Arabic word meaning generations or centuries. So the book was authored by or written by Nizamuddin Ahmed about Akbar. So let us read. Apart from autobiographies of emperors, Tabakat-i-Akbari, authored by Nizamuddin Ahmed, is considered reliable than the exaggerated account of Abdul Fazl. The word is exaggerated. E-X-A-G-G-E-R-A-T-E-D. Exaggerated. I repeat, E-X-A-G-G-E-R-A-T-E-D. Exaggerated. Exaggerate to make things larger or better. We know that Abdul Fazl wrote Akbarnama and Ain-i-Akbari. Apart from that, the autobiography of the Emperor Akbar, written by Nizamuddin Ahmed, Tabakat-i-Akbari, is considered a better version than that of a detailed explanation, exaggerated explanation of Abdul Fazl. Now we move on to the next book. Name of the book is Tariq-i-Badauni. Tariq-i-Badauni. That means Badauni's history, written by Badauni. And it is about the Emperor Akbar. Similarly, Badauni's outstanding work, Tariq-i-Badauni or Badauni's history, was published in 1595. This work spans 3 volumes. The volume on Akbar's reign is a frank and critical account of Akbar's administration, particularly of his religious policies. We'll learn the spelling first. Tariq, T-A-R-I-K-H, Tariq, I, Badauni, B-A-D-A-U-N-I, Tariq-i-Badauni. I repeat, T-A-R-I-K-H, Tariq, I, B-A-D-A-U-N-I, Badauni. The meaning is Badauni's history. Tariq is a word which means history. And it was published in 1595. It was authored by Badauni. And this book is published in 1595. It has got 3 volumes. It runs to 3 volumes. There are 3 books of that type. The volume on Akbar's reign. Reign means the ruling. Akbar's ruling. Frank means open or honest. To criticize means to point out what is wrong in somebody or what is bad about someone. So, in his account of Akbar's reign or Akbar's rule, Badauni was very frank and very critical about Akbar's administration, especially his religious policy. The book name is Tariq-i-Badauni, written by Badauni. The book is having 3 volumes and it gives a frank and critical account of Akbar's administration. Dear children, I know it is difficult for you to learn these names and their authors. So I have given a tabular column of the book and its author. Okay, you can go through it and you can by heart them. First book is Tabakat-i-Nazri, written by Minhaj-us-Siraj. Taj-ul-Ma'azir, written by Hasan Nizami. Tariq-i-Firoz-Shahi, written by Ziaud-Barni. Next is Tariq-i-Firishta, written by Ferishta. Babur-Nama by Babur. Ain-i-Akbari by Abdul Fazil. Another book also, Akbar-Nama, also written by Abdul Fazil. Tazuk-i-Jahangiri, written by Jahangir. Tabakat-i-Akbari, written by Nizamuddin Ahmad. Tariq-i-Badauni, written by Badauni. Dear children, with that we wind up today's session. Now the worksheet for you. Worksheet number 4 in Sources of Medieval India. We have got to fill in the blanks and match the following. Only 2 Roman numbers. And you can write them in a piece of paper. Write the answers, learn them, and then write it as home test. Now I will read out the questions for you. First is Roman number 1, fill in the blanks. Dash provides information about the first Sultan of Delhi. Dash provides information about the first Sultan of Delhi. Second question. Dash was patronized by Sultan Nasiruddin Muhammad of Slave dynasty. Dash was patronized by Sultan Nasiruddin Mahmud of Slave dynasty. Dash deals with the history of the rise of Mughal power in India. Dash deals with the history of the rise of Mughal power in India. The autobiography of Babur is known as Dash. The autobiography of Babur is known as Dash. Question number 5. The autobiography of Akbar is known as Dash. The autobiography of Akbar is known as Dash. Number 6. Dash authored by Nizamuddin Ahmad is considered reliable than the exaggerated account of Abul Fazil. Dash authored by Nizamuddin Ahmad is considered reliable than the exaggerated account of Abdul Fazil. Badauni's Tariq-i-Badauni or Badauni's history was published in the year Dash. Badauni's Tariq-i-Badauni or Badauni's history was published in the year Dash. Roman number 2. Match the following. I have given you the book and the authors. You have to match them up. Tariq-i-Firishta. Answer is Ferishta. Number 2. Taj-ul-Ma'azir is written by Hasan Nizami. Taj-ul-Ma'azir written by Hasan Nizami. Ain-i-Akbari written by Abdul Fazil. Ain-i-Akbari written by Abdul Fazil. Fourth one, Tariq-i-Badauni written by Badauni. Number 4, Tariq-i-Badauni written by Badauni. Number 5, Tabakat-i-Nazri is written by Minhaj-us-Siraj. Tabakat-i-Nazri is written by Minhaj-us-Siraj. Dear children, in the time of pandemic, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.